Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Project Castaway. Today I am on part 5 of my journey in Project Castaway. I know some of my previous videos might have been a little bit long. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to keep them short while yet still exploring these islands and doing the best I can to show everybody, show you all what I see and what I come across on these islands. Um, so in the last episode here, I have made my way over to Lagoon Island here, um, and I added a little more to my raft. And the only thing I did off camera between the end of the last episode and the beginning of this episode is I went around the island and I collected a bunch of the metal. Because that was about 3 or 4 trips I had to do running around the island collecting metal. Outside of that, though, that was the only thing I have really done. Like I said, I have gotten more stuff done by adding more to my raft here. Every time I save and come back, my stuff seems to move around a little more on the raft. Actually, it looks like I'm starting to lose some stuff. So I'm going to go around and collect all the stuff that is outside of the raft, outside of my drop box here, which I don't really understand why that keeps happening. I have noticed that ever since this last update that things will move around a little bit. And I'll go ahead and drop that gold bar in there because I did at one point build the double-headed axe to make my life a little bit easier. Alright, that was one piece of a coral barely I was having a problem getting because somehow it seemed to have missed my my drop box here, and it somehow ended up underneath my raft. But I just went ahead and collected that. I do think I am already growing those, but I think I acquired the cocoa plant and the chili peppers on this last on my last video when I first got to this island and I started to do some exploring. As you see, I built myself a little outpost here. I have all the basics I need to survive on this island for the most part. Most I would need more would be maybe a little bit of some bird traps for some meat, steady supply of meat. But beyond that, though, I believe I have everything I need. I don't think I have any food on me right now, just a bunch of cloth, which I'm going to be taking that back to the island with me. I don't need that much cloth here. That's probably more than enough here. So that is where I'm at right now. I think what I'm going to do here is grab my character a little bit of food, and then I'm going to take a rest, and then make my way back to my home area. And once I get back there, I will unload and then look toward going to the next location. And while it is raining, I do want to get my banana tree set up again. That is one source of renewable food that I have. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and eat a little bit of that banana now. Just top off my water while it is raining. And then I'm going to go ahead and take cover. Since it is raining, we'll start a little fire, warm up. I don't need much warming, just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and nap for about a good 12 hours or so. So I can catch the sunrise and get an early start to the day. Okay, so my character is now warmed up. And since I am undercover, I don't have to worry about too much. My character will stay warm as long as I have a shelter, even though it rains through the shelter, but I will stay warm. So I'm going to go ahead and get this 12 hours of rest in. Excuse me. Again, I want to thank everybody for the likes and subscriptions. I really do appreciate everybody's support. I've been really working toward building the channel, so any support you can give me is greatly appreciated. So I'm going to go ahead and save this and get my character up. And eat this other banana that I had in here. Just to give my character a little bit of food. Grab me a drink. And I believe from there on I will be making my way back. As of right now, I'm just going to leave this pile of sheet metal laying here. I know where it's at. I can come back for it at a later date to collect it. Okay, so now I am back on my raft. And I guess I'm just going to sail back across this little strait here and go back to my main island. Which should not take very long at all. Should not take very long at all. My raft here moves pretty good. I do wish to build a little more to it and extend it out a little bit more, especially on my right side here. I want to finish the layer that I had started and put another layer next to it. I was just kind of mainly looking for tires and barrels to do it with. I might just do the front with wood just like I did there, and I think I did a piece in wood back and behind me on my right, just so I had something to put my water collector on. I was initially going to put it where I put my log collector, but it doesn't really matter. I'd rather have the stuff to where it's off to my sides here, and I can see where I am going. That makes life a lot easier for me. I'm not really recognizing that island right there for some reason. Maybe if I get closer I will, but for right now I'm not really recognizing it. That might be the next island where I might take my adventures to. I know the island that is straight behind the island I'm heading to, the one that's over to the right a little bit that has the lighthouse on it. That island is back there. I know it does have some blueprints and stuff on it, and I do believe it has a treasure or two on it. And even another Wilson ball, I believe. Which I did acquire the second Wilson ball on the last trip of the island I was just at. I could go to that the big island there. I'm just really unsure. And then actually, if I keep going straight from where I'm at right now, I think it's the island of islands. It's a bunch of little islands together that are really low-lying. I do believe there's some blueprints and stuff on there. And actually, right now, I am crossing over the submarine. I probably could go over there and dive down and collect any of the goodies that are in the submarine. I do have a weapon now that is pretty indestructible when it comes to wanting to work on especially stuff that takes away the durability of your weapon quickly. Just trying to get as close as I can here. Probably could have went a little farther out. You know what? I think we're just going to call it there. It's just going to have to work. It's not worth the hassle of fighting it. And then I'm going to push my boat up onto shore a little bit here because I do want to do some unloading. Especially these logs and stuff. I want to get them off the boat. And I want to collect any other materials that I have acquired from Lagoon Island before I go to the next island. This stuff will become in handy if I ever decide to do any more upgrades or expansions. I do still have logs on this island. Obviously, as you see, I still got some trees there, and I still have some trees on that far side. But I did cut down, as you can see, a large chunk of them on this half of the island, building the little area that I have now to survive in and work with, etc. here. But I am very well set up right here on this particular area as far as having food and resources to work with. I have a steady supply of seagull meat, and I also have a steady supply of bananas. And then I do also have large sticks growing on the other side of my home. so I have a steady supply of those going as well. Let me just reset these straps real quick, and I need to work on unloading my raft now that I am back home. I do believe I have a bunch of cloth on me that I do need to get rid of to free up my inventory space. And I have some feathers here. To get all this stuff out of my inventory and clear all that up. And I'll even come over here and put that bird meat that I just harvested on the grill so it is not clogging up my inventory. Alright, there we go. So as you can see, we've already got one Wilson ball. I do believe I collected another one here on my previous venture. Okay, all those are set and ready to go again. Okay, so I guess I am out here just to collect a bunch of these goodies that I brought back. Just try to grab a bunch of this tin, get that out of the way. And I do have all these treasures and stuff that I had collected on Lagoon Island that I also need to put in my house here and store with the other collectibles that I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and pile those up in there. And then I need to go through all this stuff in here and see what goes where. So tin, I had tin somewhere. I want to keep all my tin together. I believe it was over here maybe. Yes. Because it is one of the things that you need with just about everything that you try to smelt in this game. Yeah, you need tin. So I wanted to collect a bunch of it while I was out, just to not have that problem later down the road when I needed it. Okay, I have some more cloth to unload. I have an excessive amount of cloth. I don't think I will be needing cloth anytime in the near future here on this in my home. Okay, so I have some metal scraps. I need to throw those here. I did leave a bunch of metal, like I showed in the beginning of the video. I left a bunch of metal at the previous location. I'm going to take these and set these here. I can grow another type of tree with those, but I do not know what exactly that tree is good for. And I did want to get some more rope and keep it stored in my drop box here. And I did collect pepper on this last run, so I am definitely looking toward getting that growing here soon. That is on my to-do list. Let's grab my other Wilson ball here. We have a little volleyball collection. Okay, so time to put some of this stuff where it needs to go. I didn't want to pick that up. Come on, let go of it. Okay. I'm just going to have to turn her and make it easier. this whole part of it's still just a pinch glitchy in certain parts. Doesn't like to work with you or agree with you at times. Okay, what else did I have to get rid of here? I wanted to plant those, and I wanted to plant the pepper plants. So I have a open planter here. And just like with all my other stuff, I just basically set that up to where I just keep my inventory right there. And of course, I want to do some composting really quick on it so that it grows fast, just to try to avoid any pests bothering it. The faster you grow it, the better. And then I want to throw 2 more pieces of compost in there to fill that back up. Grab my axe again. Alright, so everything here is set up, and then I do want to extend out my planters, because I do have the, like I said, I had the pepper plants to grow now. So adding some more planters is ideal. And it's one of those things where these logs will come into handy too, because now I can use them to extend my farming area here a little bit, and I don't have to go chase them down. Oops, I only grabbed one. And then I had the peppers on me, so I can go ahead and get them started. And of course, I'm going to keep my inventory here just like I'm doing with everything else. And I do have some more stuff in my inventory that I do need to go get rid of. But that is for later. Okay, so I got my water, my brewing cups for these 3. Because when I made them before, I made a bunch of them. And again, I want to do the same thing like I just did with the cocoa plant. Hurry up and get some compost on it so that it grows fast, reducing the risk of any pest. Not a guarantee, but the faster you grow it, the less chance you have of having a problem. Okay, now I did run short on having enough rope on hand when I was at the last Lagoon Island. I could have used some extra rope, so I just wanted to spin some rope real quick and have it in my drop box for future when I go to the next island and I go to set up another outpost. Then I know I have rope, and it's not a problem. I do have a little bit of seaweed that I did grab. Do I need it right now? No. It's good for a bandage, I believe, to make a type of bandage. And currently I do not need that bandage to survive, so I am not too worried about hanging on to it. Plus, it is seaweed, and there is a lot of it around. You just need to look at the edge of the water. I do have another bottle. I can go ahead and set that there. I imagine I'm going to have to get a tanning rack before long to tan the Komodo skins. I have a feeling I'm going to be getting more of them. Oh yes, and here was another item. Another one of the items that I had collected, treasures, the ring that I collected underwater in the Lagoon Island. If you don't know where that is at, feel free to go back to my previous video and check it out, and I will show you where that is hidden at underwater. Okay, let's see here. Like I said, I'm just collecting all the goodies that I brought back. Trying to. Okay, now there's certain stuff I want to leave in here that I had on me. This rope. And this bark. Okay, so now I know I have enough rope on me for future. And I can leave the gold bar in here. I don't know of anything I need it for right offhand, but I will leave it in there. And mainly I'm just unloading a lot of my supplies right now. I don't think I am growing aloe anywhere. No, I am not. So I do want to get my aloe growing. And I don't think I'm growing coralberry anywhere. So I probably want to get those growing as well while I'm here doing this. Put these up here. Just basically keeping all my inventory together on what I have. Pepper here. And like I said, I'm not seeing any coral berries. I got a lot of Hawaiian blueberries, but no coral berries. So I will get one going. I just like to keep one of each plant growing. As I said before, I use the potters, and they kind of just hold my inventory, so I know where I got everything. So I know if I need something out of my garden area, I can just run over here and collect it straight out of my garden, and then I ain't got to worry about, you know, if I got enough, and I can kind of keep a inventory on how much I have. Just spinning up as much rope as I can. So add some rope to the pile here. I did add like just a bunch more to the boat here, so I'm good to go on the boat. For as far as having some rope on hand, I should be good for rope for a while. And now I'm just getting rid of the odds and ends that were scattered around in my box there. And I do want to process a little more of the sticks and stuff that are on this current island really quick while I am here, especially now that I have the double-sided axe and it has unlimited health, unlimited durability, I should say. With that unlimited durability, it'll, I can indefinitely chop, and I don't have to worry about my tool breaking. So I want to go ahead and go through and get all of these trees harvested for their supplies and replanted. I'm going to go ahead and replant some of these real quick while my character catches his breath from all that chopping. And go ahead and get these watered and get them starting to grow. And last but not least, going for the last one here. And then as soon as I get this one done, then I will go through and collect my sticks. Like I said, it's just an excellent way to farm large sticks growing these trees. And I can grow that other tree, but I don't know what it is good for yet. So I will definitely keep it close by in inventory in case I do need to grow it. Because like I've explained in my farming episode, that if you add your compost to it, it cuts your growing time in half. And as far as the trees are in this game, the chances of you getting pest or disease in your trees, I have not seen it. So I don't even know if it's possible in the trees. I mean, everything else it is, but in the trees, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. It might come later on in the game, but as of right now, it's not an issue that you have to worry about. And then, of course, I want to go through and hit everything with compost, like I was saying, to make sure it grows much faster. Like I said before, it has all the compost. It's a 24-hour grow. With the compost, it goes down to a 12-hour grow. Which, the less time it takes to grow, the less chance you have any problems. Alright, so that is done. And I need to add a little more to my compost box. I took 4 out, so put 4 in. And like I said, with your banana trees, you can always use the leaves for compost. Like I said, I just wanted to grab some more here real quick for food, and just to set it up for compost later. Usually you get 4, but that time I didn't, and that or it's stuck in this tree somewhere. I ain't that worried about it though. It's not like I'm in short supply of them. And actually I do need to eat these bananas real quick. Get a little of my energy back up. And so everything looks good here. This potato plant does have some pests. But that is something I can't really do a whole lot with at the moment. I do not possess the recipe in order to fix that. So again, I'm just, like I said, unloading supplies and stuff here that I have gotten from abroad, and we'll use that later down the road here. Okay, so that is full. And I gotta decide where I want them. I think I'm just gonna put them out here. And I want to go and make sure my small stick that is full. So I'm gonna put my extra small sticks out here as well. And as I explained earlier, just having 3 traps will provide you more than enough meat to survive. And actually, you could probably do it in like 1 or 2. They are very effective. Even the lesser ones are really effective. Like I said, once I get fully unloaded here, which I am almost there, I'm just trying to check and see, make sure I have everything that I could potentially need to go to my next location. I have some rope, I got some large stick bark I can plant to farm to have large stick trees. Just about every place has a banana tree on it, so I'm not really worried about banana trees. And I do have a lot of small sticks right now, but if I ever get into having to do more smelting, which I know I will at some point in the future, all those will come in handy. Put all these up there, get them kind of out of my way. And if I need to ever make more bandages, those will come in handy. But as of right now, I do not need them. Okay, I think I am pretty much ready to get some food here and then venture out to the next island before long. You know the one thing that I'm missing? I went and got coffee on that island, and I didn't see any coffee berries. I need to go look in my box again and make sure they're not hiding underneath anything. Because that was one thing I really wanted to start growing, was some coffee. I need to go look. And that was one thing I know I had found on that island, was coffee. Alright, so let's get this up here and start moving some stuff around. Any coffee anywhere? No, no. None, nowhere. Well, that is a bummer, because I was really wanting to get some coffee going. Well, hopefully I will find some more on the next island. I would like to get some coffee going. The coral berry, obviously I have that going. I wasn't too worried about that. I think I had coral berry on this island, but I do not have coffee berry on this island. And the coffee berry is kind of big. And we are still in the early morning hours, so I believe at this point I am going to... I'm already down to half energy. I want to go ahead and start sailing to the next island, but at the same time, I don't think that I will have... when I get there, I will fall short of having enough energy to complete everything I need to do to set up an outpost really quick and get myself started up and have a nice secure little place to stay. So I think I'm just going to kind of tinker around here for a little bit, burn up some energy, and wait till I can get a rest in. As you can see, my pepper plant has already grown in that time that it took, just with that fertilizer. Oh, here's the other banana leaf that I was missing. Matter of fact, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and just cut another one down, because I am not going to be staying here that long. I will be immediately off to my next adventure very soon, so... if anything, I might just do a pinch of farming while I'm here, while I'm waiting, just to kind of burn time. I think that is what my go-to is going to be. especially while it's raining, so that everything gets watered. That gooseberry plant did really good. It gave me 3 sticks as well. Usually the Hawaiian berry ones are the only ones that I know that will give sticks. But I'll take them, of course, anywhere. No objections. Like I said, I'm stockpiling the sticks and stuff for future use. And I do want to get a stockpile of these peppers and stuff going here. So that's why I am working on that. So I want to get rid of that. And we got to do some composting because I want to definitely get all these growing as fast as possible. And I'm not very good with my aim with my spade. Alright, so that was 6 out. I need 6 in. Okay, and I think I'm going to dig up this ginger. Get some more of that planted. That can be handy later on. I do believe it has a recipe for it for something or another. I can't remember right offhand. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with that coconut. And so yeah, I'm basically just burning energy here at the farm, doing anything I can do to move along my farming process here and increase anything that I got going. And actually this has snails. So I should have probably been hanging on to that and just drop my pickaxe. I'm not really using that. So I'm going to go ahead and take these raspberries in. And we're going to go ahead and take this in. Go ahead and take all these down. Just try to make the best of what time I got while I'm here before I take off again. It's nice to come back to everything grown and doing good. Okay, I'm full of sticks on it again. So let's get rid of a bunch of them. Okay, and we're back to doing some more work with the spade. Since that raspberry plant, I only got one of them. And it did get pests before. I want to get that one done first. And then the same with the starfish plant. That's already got pests. That's a bummer. Got snails. Like I said, it's not a guarantee, but the faster you can grow it, the less chance you have to acquire pests during the grow of your stuff. So I'm always really big on this composting. If anything, it kind of makes me dizzy running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I think I'm out of compost. But it works. That's what counts. Oops. Come on. Okay, so I have filled the compost back up. It is currently decomposing items, but it is enough that I can go back to doing what I was doing and working here. Really, one compost thing should take care of you, because it's gonna pretty much decompose stuff as fast as you can use it, as long as you have stuff at the ready to fill it back up. Okay, so everything is now done on that front. And of course I want to fill this back up as always. I definitely want to keep this full to the brim. 7 items to go, 3 are done. And I do believe I cooked the meat I had, yes. And you can also, if you missed my other parts of my series, you can use these beaks. They can be used as compost. Which I'm going to grab them all and take them over there now. Okay, and I want to dump off all these beaks because I should have a good number of them. Only bad thing about this axe is it is big, so when it is on your backpack it can get in the way, especially when you want to get in the backpack. So we're just going to go ahead and drop all of these seagull beaks here. In the game I think you need 1 for the seagull hatchet when you find the blueprint. And other than that, there's no other use for it. Besides using it for compost. I use them a lot for compost. They are very handy for compost. Okay. And oh yeah, the one thing I did get that I do need to build that I could use is a smoker. I completely kind of forgot about it. Now my next question is where do I want it? I think I'm going to put the smoker right about here where the clay and everything's at. So I'm just going to move all this over. May not be the fastest way, but if it gets it out of my way, then that's what counts. I could build the baskets for it. I just have not had the desire to build the baskets yet. I mean, it would be different if the baskets maybe helped with stopping lag. Okay, so the meat smoker, it's not very big. But I am going to put it right here. And we're going to need some small sticks for it, which is fine. We got a whole bunch of them out here. The one that I've used before is the big one. I don't think I've ever used this small one. But I mean, either one's fine. That doesn't either. They don't bother me either way as long as it works. And I do have, like I said, the small stick farm here going, so I can, you know, easily keep the smoker going. And even if it's just 2 pieces smoking, that'll more than suffice for what I need as I go between that and being able to cook it over behind me. And as I just noticed, the smoker also will warm you up. It does take forever for it to smoke. As you can see, it's really, really, really slow process. So I got that going, so I ain't got to worry about that. Go ahead and get my character a bite to eat again. Have a little bird. Could even have some more birds since I did catch another seagull while I was gone. Like I said, I can't stress enough how just having 3 of these will provide you with more than enough meat to do anything you want with. And when you do build your meat smokers and stuff, whether you build this small one or if you build the big one, it needs to be indoors. The rain will put the fire out and stop your meat from smoking. First time I tried to build one, I obviously built it outdoors, found out firsthand, and it does rain a lot in this game, especially when you're waiting on a really slow process like the meat smoker. It's amazing how it doesn't burn the floor. But yeah, that's it is. I don't know how much longer the meat lasts when it's smoked versus just cooking it. I know the expiration time is not very long. I think I'm just going to go back to doing a little more farming here. I'm kind of waiting for about 4 o'clock to hit on the clock in the corner, because once that 4 o'clock time hits, then I can go get about a 12-hour rest, and my character is good to go for another day, and I can get a very fresh early start on the next day and get to the next island and have time to set up a base camp. So again, back to, didn't go in. Okay, it still didn't go in. What's wrong? Get in there. So back to just doing a little basic farming and getting this stuff growing again. Okay, so that is ready. And I pulled 4 out, so I gotta put 4 more in. 2, and we'll throw a couple beaks in there. There we go. Like I said, just having your basics you need here, just have yourself set up and to go about your normal day. It's not really crazy. Ooh, this one died. Okay, so we got 1 more to do. Which, as you can see, you can still have death. I always like to keep extra around, so it comes in handy. And basically all I did was just set it up again to go and go back to what I was doing. Tending other odds and ends that need to get done here. And like I said, I can use the banana leaves for compost, but these beaks, you can catch so many birds just with 3 traps that the beaks alone can probably keep your compost going, and that's compost for all this stuff here. So my pepper plants just got done again. So did my gooseberry. Ginger plant takes a little longer to grow. But I think I've pretty much covered as much as what I can do for right now, and it's going to rain, and it'll be time for my character to probably take his daily nap. While I am here, I want to disassemble my bow and rebuild that. I am one small stick short. In order to rebuild my bow, it took one of my sticks. Oh well. I make them, so it's like I said, it's a renewable resource, so it's no big deal. And you can see I've already had this going for a while, a couple hours now, and it's a really slow process. And I really don't even know how much longer it lasts, to be honest, when it's smoked versus not. But I can sit here. And it looks like I'm sitting in a little kid's chair. My initial intent was to make it so that I could potentially see out on the water side, kind of how it is when you're standing here. But it didn't work out that way. But it's alright, though. I'm gonna push the ball back over there. So now it is 6 o'clock, so yeah, I am going to take my character a 12-hour rest. And of course, hitting that save. And as you can see, that's it's only about a quarter of the way done. So it takes about, I'm guessing, maybe roughly 2 days. 2 days to smoke any meats. I guess it's not bad if you're going to be here, but I kind of want to take off, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that off here and put it over here on the grill. And start the grill up here because I do want to get on the water and get over to the next island here ASAP. And mainly it was, I want to get over there to get the most out of what energy I have. I don't care so much about the light outside of, you know, if there's a cat on the island. But if I have enough time to get a small shelter set up, then I am not too worried about it. Okay. And I got all birds ready for when I come back. So I think I'm going to head for that little patch, the islands of Ireland. Or islands. Islands. It's just basically a bunch of really lying islands. And in the good hopes that I can find some coffee on these islands would be what I'm shooting for. So that is where I'm headed. And like I said, I just went to, I believe, over that way, to that island over there. That is a big island there, or I believe it's there's a bunch of notes you can find on that island that are regard to a story and a little bit of side quests that you can do. This island here is really, really, really small, but there's a couple things on that island too. And then there's this tree out here in the middle of the water. Once you get some shark repellent, you can dive down, and there is a treasure at the bottom of that tree right there where my dot is at. And there's a broken down car down there. I don't know if you can break down the car. You should be able to, but it is a pretty deep dive. So being able to get down there and do it and get it done and make it back to shore in time could potentially be a issue. I personally have not gone down there and broken down the car. So I'm guessing you probably have to. I know there's another valve down there too where that tree is at. And I think you need 3 of them to finish the game. But I do believe there is a blueprint or 2 out here. And there is a handful of supplies and stuff that you need for the end game at the islands here, or the shallow islands. I don't even know what you want to call them for sure. But I do not think there is any large cats on the island, so I'm not too worried about that part. Mainly just looking for the blueprint. I do know there is a lot of clay over here on this island. So if you're setting up a lot of outposts and stuff in places, all that extra clay could come in handy. Excuse me. Again, I do want to thank everybody. If you liked and subscribed the video, please feel free to leave me comments. I'm sure I probably missed things here and there. If I do, feel free to let me know. I can go back and get it in later videos. I have no problem with that. And this island here also has those shipping crates right there that you have to go down into and collect some stuff out of those as well. So I am kind of glad that I do have my hammer with me, because I do not know if the double-sided axe will work on those or not. And I do believe we are here. As close as we're going to get anyway. I can give out and give her a little push. Try to make sure she stays up on. She stays beached while I go around and explore. So right out the gate here we have, of course, the usual odds and ends on the island. We got some copper. And we have a blueprint right here. And that is for a spray. I believe that is one of our pesticide sprays. Let me go ahead and get in there and look at it real quick right here. For mosquitoes and flying pests. As you can see, it's a lavender, seaweed, lemongrass, and a pesticide container. Which I believe you have to get some glass to make those. I do have, I think, a piece of glass. I'm not sure how I missed that bird, but okay, I missed him. I have some more tires here, which can be helpful for extending the raft. That is something I'm definitely working on, slowly but surely. Apparently I can't hit this tree. It is too congested in the rest of the foliage to get some swings on it. Alright, so I've got some materials here to work with. As I did in the last place, I'm just going to set up a large shelter and then the odds and ends that I need for that large shelter. And now I don't have to worry about disassembling my my axe here, so that will help out a lot with the process and getting this done. And I should have a lot of the supplies right here. With just a little bit of trees and stuff that I cut down. And of course, grab me some coconuts for some water while I am setting up here. Okay, so I have shelter now. I'm going to go ahead and just bank these in my holder. Actually, while I'm out here, I'll go ahead and add this piece to the raft too. Always working on extending my raft. But once I get these last two pieces on here, I probably won't be doing too much more extending on it. It'll be more than big enough for what I need it to do. Alright, so now I have a couple things I need to get built in here real quick. Obviously I need to get a campfire built. And then I need to get a bed built of some sort. Okay, so I need some small sticks and some rocks, which neither should be an issue to come across. Oh, got another blueprint too. Shark repellent, so now I can make... Now I'm able to get down and go to where the stuff is at the pirate ship, because now I have the shark repellent. The sharks are pretty aggressive in that area, so having that shark repellent is a must to go down Unless you're going to fight off the sharks. I mean, you can fight the sharks off, I guess. But you better be ready to fight about 4 of them, I believe. Is the amount that it'll send at you, and you'll have to have 4 of them floating in the water, dead while you're doing it. Otherwise, they will respawn, and you'll have an issue with that. And they'll continue to keep attacking you. Okay, so we have now collected 2 blueprints off of these islands. Just kind of going around and making sure I'm collecting any sheet metal or anything. Checking for stuff like that on the beach. Pieces that you will need. Just going to put that there. Go ahead and collect these pieces and keep them together and put them over here with that. And I'm going to go ahead and keep continuing my stop it, you. Didn't get as good a hit on that second one. Okay, so we got some rocks, some granite. So we got some cloth and some more sheet metal, a barrel. I'll run the barrel back. And there is a turtle for a water collector, if I wish to build one on this area. And it looks like a bottle here, maybe. A bottle is handy. I'll take the bottle. And I might find another barrel, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring this one over here just in case I do right off the gate. I can use it. And I just make sure I have it handy. I don't really remember how many barrels are on this island. But as you can see, for sure, the game has glitched again with whether or not it wants to provide the foliage. And therefore it is not this time. And there's another barrel. And apparently I got a lot of large metal sheets on this island I need to collect as well. And I am keeping my eye out looking for any farming plants that I can grow that I don't already currently have. And when you are on this island, here's another blueprint for the cleaver. That is a pretty good weapon. And then you have a artifact right here, the ancient vase. I will come back and grab that here shortly. I just wanted to point it out while I was right by it. And I've got multiple turtles on the islands here, which is good. Okay, so now that I have some barrels, and while it's raining, I'm going to get ahead and get a drink. And that's the beauty of having the water collector on your raft, is you have water accessible. Okay, so we got a barrel raft here. Let's go ahead and put that on there. pretty much got one more piece of the raft I want to put together, and then I will have pretty much all of the raft that I really kind of need. Anything more is just going to be purely because I want to. And I don't know if I can get this to cut this tree down. Probably not. It's probably just going to be easier to go find another tree. So there is a handful of things I need to grab, and I haven't even made them to all of them yet. Like I said, there is still those crates that were laying in the water. I need to go down and do some diving and get the stuff out of those. And I probably really need to dump out my inventory in my storage box. I do believe it is loaded up with cloth right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hop over here. And take a little peek-see here at what I all got. Some cloth, a bunch of rotten bananas. Power cell. Feather can go in there. Bottle can go in there. Alright, so let's get rid of some of the stuff that is no good to me. And we'll go ahead and leave our coconuts out here. And we can go ahead and leave the spider out here too. I am going to grab me a bite to eat here on one of these pieces of meat. And I'm going to take this other piece that I had and leave it on the fire, because there ain't no point in carrying that around with me. Okay, so now I need to head over. It's an interesting shell. It's kind of bright colored. Back to what I was doing, heading over and grabbing this vase. And there's another barrel out here. Actually, that is a fuel drum. You need to bring that back with you. There is 2 of these fuel drums. That is one of them. It does need to come back. It will be needed for in-game. So I will have to grab that and go stuff it into my drop box. So as you can see, there is a handful of things on these islands that you do need to get. So I'm going to go back and grab that fuel drum. And here's another blueprint that I've been running by. That's for the seagull hatchet. That is a good weapon to have. I've gathered a couple good weapons here. I'm just kind of checking around, make sure I didn't miss anything. I keep stumbling across things that I miss. Another little nasty spider. Get rid of him. And yes, I do live in an area where wolf spiders do get that big. And it's not tropical like this. Okay, so will that stay in there? Looks like it will to me. We're definitely going to give it a go. See if I can't collect another water collector here. He's taking a lot of hits, I'll give him that. Gonna make me get out the arrow. There we go. Okay, we got that there. Get us a little water collector going here, as usual. And I need a piece of rope. Which I prepared for. So large sticks and banana leaves. There should be a couple banana trees on these islands. Okay. There's two there, so... And there's a third one there. I mean, would it probably hurt to maybe grow some? Probably not. Just to be on the safe side and to have a little food on this island. If for some reason I need to come back here. I might work on that here in just a moment. Like I said, I like to be over-prepared, so proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. So the more you're prepared, the better. And I've already got a ton of cloth, so I'm not really too crazy worried about grabbing the cloth. Okay. And now I just need large sticks. Which this will provide me 2. And it'll give me bark to start some large stick farming on this island. Which that tree is, as you if you haven't noticed already, is kind of rare on your islands. I mean, I've had it to where it doesn't even spawn on some islands, so the only way you can get it is if you bring it from another island to that island. It's another part I missed. And like I said, I spend a lot of my time just gathering supplies and gathering more supplies, go to the next island, do the same thing. Wash, rinse, and repeat. And if you just set yourself up everywhere, then you really ain't got a whole lot to worry about. As long as you got some food and water and all the essentials, you're pretty good to go. The only way you can die, you know, is by making really stupid choices. Now, when you do get on the islands with the bigger cats, you need to keep a close eye out until you kill them off. Otherwise, they will sneak up on you and they will maul you. And they will take care of you pretty quick. I've seen it done. To me. Alright, so now we have a water collector here, so we have water on the island, on this island. Okay, so the small stick holder is full. And I think what I'm going to do here is set up 2 large farms. Basically one for bananas and one for large sticks. Just so I can have the resources on hand on the island if I need it. I'm not really going to focus into making a whole lot. There's not a whole lot here on this island to do a lot with. As you can see, I've already made a complete round of the island. And I've already pretty much picked up the mass majority of the stuff that is here. There's very little. Like I said, I still got to hit those underground containers, shipping containers. But other than that, or underwater shipping containers, not underground, underwater. But other than that, I pretty much have explored everything that's here. Piece of meat on there, and then I have a couple things I need to go drop off in the boat, so we go and take care of that real quick. Unloading inventory is always great. Okay, I think my guy just ate a stick right then. That's one of those other glitches that if you're trying to eat out of your bag and there's stuff behind you, you'll eat whatever is behind you. So I think I just ate a stick. But it thought it was a banana. Okay, so both of those are growing, so... Or, well, they will be. They don't have water yet, but they will be soon. Like I said, here's peppers. If I needed more peppers, I don't think I need any more. I have some at the home base, so I think I am good on that front as far as the peppers go. Only thing else I want to do is really fill up my my logs and my large sticks, and then make my way back to the main island. Because I can use this island as a source of wood and resources, or this set of series of islands as a source of wood and resources to work with. And being that my character is already kind of half tired, I'm kind of waiting on doing the dive. Until my character maybe is not quite so exhausted. I could probably still pull it off, but it can be kind of a pain in the butt, and I want to save before I do it. Which actually going and saving is probably not a bad idea. Even right now. Now that I'm talking about it, things have been going right, I better save. Alright, so now we are back. Ready to go. Go collect the rest of these logs. And get the... get my log storage full. I don't think there is anything else beside what's in those crates right there in the water right straight ahead of me. I'm going to go through and look obviously real quick again. As I'm kind of scouring the waters and picking up my supplies here, I will be thoroughly looking for you. There's some clay here. Right there, some clay. And I think there's another one too somewhere. I think it's farther down over there. There's another clay deposit. So if you needed to make some more brewing cups, or if for some strange reason you started on this island, and you needed to get going. This island here probably wouldn't be my ideal starting location. It is kind of scarce when it comes to certain resources. I mean, there is enough wood and stuff here to definitely get yourself started, get to other islands, so on and so forth. But there is not a lot of extra anything. It's not in surplus. I think there's more on Radio Tower Island than here, especially when it comes to wood and resources. I was actually kind of surprised to find the large stick tree here. Let's see if I can move forward a little more. Alright, that's good. It's going to be really hard to get it out of here. Alright, what do I all have in my backpack that I don't need to carry on me? I got some cloth here, don't need to carry that. These coconuts I don't need. And I'll go ahead and just eat one of these bananas. Okay, so now I need a bunch of large sticks. Again, I don't really have a direct use for these large sticks right this very moment, outside of just having a stockpile of them on hand and ready to go for when I do need them. I mean, I imagine I could keep them on the boat and use them for when I go to new islands and I want to set up a water collector. Yeah, once everything's scooted on my save, it really kind of made this hard. Other than opening it and getting in there. I just don't like doing that with that fuel barrel in there, because I'm afraid that it's not going to stay in there. It's one of those things you do definitely need. Because there's only 2 of them, so if you lose one of them, you can't get away. I don't see no more small trees on this island. I think there's some over here. Before I go breaking down large ones, I'll make sure I get all those small ones. So we've done pretty good here. We found several blueprints on this island. We found some more pieces of our of the raft to get together here. There's all kinds of large sticks on this island. Like I said, right now my character is pretty exhausted. It's kind of why I didn't want to go doing the dive to get the items out of those crates over here. My character is pretty zapped right now. But I am planning to go over there and dive just as soon as I sleep and I wake back up and it is morning. Then I plan to dive and go collect the items that are under the water right there. And it's basically just some supplies from breaking down stuff that you need to get. There's some packages and stuff. If I remember right, it depends on what spawns in there for sure, but there's some packages and stuff that you need to pull out of the water and break down to use for later game stuff like the cooling units and glass and leather and all that kind of fun stuff. There'll be some of those items in there. And I kind of wouldn't mind killing a shark, really. They're a pretty good source of food. But they would have to get closer. Or I'm going to have to go out there. And then I guess I'm going to have to build some more sails, too, at some point. To kind of level out the front of my boat. I really only need about 3. But it just kind of looks wonky. Hit that one like a football. Or like a baseball. Go ahead, land. Okay, so I'm going to grab some scrap metal here while I'm over here running around, because there has been scrap metal kind of scattered here and there and everywhere. There's some more. Ooh, another one of those trees. See, this island got lucky. It had looks like 2 of them on this island. Like I said, I've had islands spawn, like even the starting island, I've had it spawn on me more than once to where there is none of those trees on the island. And yeah, like I said, they can be a great resource. especially when it comes to needing large sticks and not having to break down your logs for the large sticks. I mean, I obviously purely have them built here just to, you know, I can come back and get the bark if I need it for some strange reason, or, you know, and that's the same reason I have the banana tree here, is I know I always have at least a little bit of food here. And I do like to collect the scrap metal and keep the scrap metal in these areas where I have my little outposts. So if anytime I need scrap metal, I can run back and I know exactly where it's at. I just have to go visit my outpost. I can grab a drink, grab the scrap metal, drag it all back, or wherever I need to take it, and I'm all good. Because I've already spent the time to collect it earlier on in the game and have it accessible at my outpost points. And I do think there's some more floating around here somewhere, or laying around here somewhere. I mean, if not, that's fine too. That doesn't bother me. But yep, here we go. I was just trying to travel over there. I hadn't really gone down the middle. Just wanted to make sure there was nothing hiding over there that I kind of passed up or missed. And it looks like I got enough metal. I can make one more trip out here. There's at least, what, 3 more pieces. Like I said, I do like to collect it all and keep it all together. I may not carry it all around with me everywhere I go and bring it back to my home base, but if, like I said, for some reason, I know if I need it, I know where there is piles of it that I've already collected and I have at my little outposts, and I can just simply sail to my outpost and use as much of it as I want, and if I run out, go to the next one. But I believe that is it for the scrap metal on the island, or these islands. The island of islands. Alright, damn. And I believe that is all the scrap metal that is out here. I guess I can kind of, I got about 2 more hours to burn in the game of game time hours in the game to burn before I need to nap. But I am getting kind of tired, so let's take a quick peek-see in here. And since I have the weapon that has this unlimited durability, it makes it a lot easier for opening up these containers. Go ahead and just pop out of the water. Come over here. Let me catch my breath back. It would be nice if it showed you your breath meter until it was all the way full. You don't really know again until you go back down. It does take a moment for your breath to fully come back. Alright, I should be good to go by now. I'm not in no hurry. Like I said, my character's already pretty tired, so this is purely stuff I was going to do in the morning. And I could break these packages down underwater if I really wanted to, or I can bring them up here and do it. I will have to break that mattress down underwater down here. And I have to go get my hammer out of the... I have to go get my hammer out of my drop box, or I have to make another hammer in order to break that down. I think with this, yes, I can break these down with the axe, so... But it's going to give me items that I need the hammer to break down. Like this anyway. I cannot hurt that. Same with that. I can't do nothing with it. But these are all swings that are durability that the hammer would have had to endure to get here. So I guess that's a pretty good find for in there. Let me go see about getting a hammer here. I hope I didn't bury it too much to where I can't get it out. And of course I did. Well, I see it. But for some reason... Okay, there we go. And like I said, this work with the hammer does take away the durability on it. But as you can see, it does provide you with a lot of supplies and materials that you definitely need to collect, that you will need for end game. So I got a nice pile of stuff here. I just want to collect as much of it as I can. Which that is a good amount of goodies there. That I need to dump off in here. glass, the processors, all this stuff is good stuff to have. Alright, and it looks like it's all closed up in there. Gonna hop back over to my little hut here. And put this other piece of bird meat on there. Gonna eat up this banana. Eat up another piece of this meat. And I want to get this stuff. Couldn't get my weapon out fast enough. I was going to take the bird out. I mean, if you want to land right in front of me, don't be surprised if I try to take you out. Okay, so back to collecting what little bit of stuff that I can. My energy and my sanity are pretty much both totally gone. So I just want to collect the last little bit of resources I can here. And then I will need to go down and break up that mattress and collect those resources, and then open up the other crate and grab whatever is in that one. So we are not done yet. There's still a lot of stuff to gather. But I think that is about as far as I'm going to make it. I'm going to have to go and give my character a nap. I am looking pretty worn out. And I can't forget my pickaxe there. I mean, I could always make another one, but... I really don't need no food. I have the bird meat and the piece of turtle meat cooked over here. And I have a snail for backup. If I really get hungry. But I don't see that coming, being an issue. Alright, so my food is pretty much full, my water's full, everything is looking good. I think I am going to go ahead and take my nap. And try to recoup as much of my energy as I possibly can there. Because I'm going to need it. Ooh. Bird meat went bad. Just gonna take that over here and dump it. Doesn't do me any good. I think I just ate a piece of metal. Whoops. Yeah, I tend to forget about that. If I'm hovering over my bag and I go to eat something, it'll eat what's behind the bag and not what's in the bag. I did it earlier and just did it again. One of those things I don't prefer to happen. Alright, so let's break this down. And there should be some foam and maybe some springs. These springs are definitely needed. Every last one. Okay, I think I got them all. So we'll run this stuff back. And then we will work on the upper container. We are starting to get kind of low on water, but nothing to worry about yet. I imagine it will probably rain very soon. Keep that. Springs come out. Yeah, that box is not excited about being on this boat, but it has to be on this boat. Otherwise, it makes it really hard to carry stuff around and move it from place to place. Okay, so I guess now we're going to try to tackle this top one. The beauty about this is, I think I just moved. You don't have to worry about these sharks because you are not close enough to them for them to affect you or get to you. You're not deep enough, so that is one of the beauties of... I'm pretty sure you're not, yeah. Because if I was, he would be coming to say hi to me. Catch a breath here. Do not want to get down inside there. Not yet, anyway. I want to take my time going in, because if you do get down in here, it can severely backfire on you and trap you in there. I actually have died due to the waves in this area right there, because I got in behind that mattress and it ended up drowning me because I could not catch my breath fast enough. So I'm just wanting to fish all these packages out. And then start opening them up and breaking them down. Oh, I also have a sofa in here to break down, which that'll provide some leather and stuff as well. I probably am going to take empty my inventory before I go in there after that sofa. But I am going to pull all these boxes out. Alright, so now I have my boxes out. Let's break those down and see what all kinds of goodies we got. Thermostat. Okay. Bunch of thermostats. Let's see what's in the big package. Fan. And that'll provide a handful of goodies. Okay. So now we have another handful of our backpack full of stuff to add to the drop box. Stack those down inside there. And just pray that they stay in there. Because I need every single spring. And these screws. You need a ton of screws. Okay. I think those are my waters in there. Yeah, pretty sure it's what those are. Okay, back to where we were here. Have the last couple items there. I'm going to leave them on the beach while I go and break this couch down. And sometimes it just doesn't want to go underwater. Like you just seen, I was struggling with it, trying to get it to go underwater. It just didn't want to go. Okay, I think I have everything that is in here. Swim back up on shore here. And pick up these last couple items. Okay, and then need to load all this into the drop box. And then I think I pretty much have everything off of the island of islands. Dang it. Leather in there, power cell, plastics, okay, close that up, looking good. Oh no, it's not what I wanted. Is that full too? Oh yeah, I did fill that up. Awesome. We are filled up, ready to go. I think we've got everything off this island that I needed to get. And I want to take my hammer now. Oh, come on, don't push the boat. Alright, then we'll do it this way. Okay, I always like to check check underneath it just to make sure everything is in the boat. I wanted to grab my pickaxe. And then I'm going to go do another little swim over here. I don't think there was nothing else, but I just want to swim around and double check. Okay, yep, them can't do nothing anymore. Those are just the locks. Alright, I think that is everything. And I don't think there is any coffee berries on here. There's a turtle. I don't really need him, so I'm not really after taking him out. So he can go ahead and wander freely and live happily. I have no reason to attack him. I'm not starving, and I don't need... And I don't need his he's got a floppy leg. I don't need a shell, and I don't need the meat off of the turtle, so I am not worried about collecting him. He can go ahead and live happy and prosperous, even though he is by himself now. I think he's the only one left over here, outside of the crabs. And I do believe that is about the extent of this island. Obviously, it has not rained since I've come out here. And I am getting kind of low on water. This meat went rotten too. Okay, so I guessing from what I've just seen is if you leave meat on the grill like I just did earlier, it will rot faster. So that's what I'm thinking I figured out just then. Leaving meat on this grill after it's done cooking is a bad deal. You want to kind of pick it up as soon as possible. I am kind of curious to how my meat I left smoking at the other island is going. I would imagine that is done by now. Only problem is I don't really see me sitting around long enough to wait for any of the meat that is smoked to get done. Okay, my temperature is up. And it is still 6:22 a.m. and I've already gone through half of my energy. And I've only been up since about 3, so to give you an idea how fast you can go through some of your energy supplies. So what I'm going to do is take about a 3-hour nap and gain a little bit of my energy and sanity back here. Then I want to save it. Get up. And we're going to eat some bird meat, eat a coconut, alright, so I have water and my food is topped off. I'm not really too worried about the rotten stuff here. It is a loss, but I do have water and stuff here and my sheet metal if I need to come back and grab it. Which the sheet metal, I probably will have to come back and grab it at some point. But again, It's mainly just so that I know where it's at any time that I need it. Um, the only thing I think I'm probably just going to grab while I'm out here is just a bunch of this yucca. I don't really think I need it for anything, but the only thing I think it's used for is making rope, and I have a ton of it on my home island. Plus, I just made a bunch of rope with the stuff that I brought back before. I'm starting to think I don't even need a snare trap for birds. I've been doing pretty good just whacking them with my axe. Gonna sit here and cook this meat up real quick, and then I'm going to sail back to the mainland and start taking all my supplies back. I'm pretty sure my mission is done on this side of the island. Or on the island of islands. Or islands of or island of islands. Whatever you want to call this place. Pretty sure I am complete as far as what I need to do over here. Alright, and that's good, that's good. And yeah, we're off. And what did I just see? Did I drop something somewhere? Something lit up. Maybe it was just talking about my base. Okay, so I need to go back to Tower Island, which would be right there, I believe. So that is where I'm heading to go, and go back to my home island here. And we'll find out if we're far enough into the water to move yet. Yep, we are. Alright, away we go. Emptied out the crates, cleaned up everything on the island. Got all the parts and stuff that we needed. So we head back to Tower Island and add it to the rest of our supplies for fixing stuff and for the plane that is later needed to get off of this island. And like I said, I know I need to build a shark repellent, and I need to come back out to that tree that is over here and dive down there. There is a relic down there, and then there is a broken down car underwater down there. I've never broken down the car, again, like I said before, so I don't know if it will, if it provides you with materials. It should, I would think. I just know it is a very deep dive, and you won't have much time to do a lot. So my little base right there that I just made right on those islands actually might become very handy when I get to trying to get the to see if I can break down that car when I get to it. Excuse me. But right now I'm just sailing home. And gonna unload everything I got from the island of islands. which there's not a whole lot there. I mean, there was a handful of blueprints, and there was a relic, and some items that are needed for the completion. But beyond that, not as much for farming and stuff there. I really wish I wouldn't have lost those coffee berries at the other island. I really wanted to get some coffee growing. I should have kept them in my backpack just so I know that I had them. But I thought they would have been safe in that drop box, and apparently they were not. That, or I laid them down where the coral berries are, not realizing that they were the coffee berries and the coral berries. Because some are red. The coffee berries are red and the coral berries are pinker. I think it was all coral berries that I had. I am quite tempted to sail back over to that island and see if they happen to be right where I was when I went to take off. If I can remember where I parked. So we are pulling back up to home here. And just trying to get her boat in here as close as I can. Make sure all the sails are down. I don't need her taking off on me when I'm not paying attention. Okay, so let's get this fuel drum out of here. This fuel drum can pretty much wait right there, because I still need to go find the other one. Let's take some of these logs off here so I can get to the other stuff easier. And just put these in my log pile. Basically just go through and empty resources out. Actually, I want to check on this. Okay, I didn't have nothing in it anymore. Okay. But what I am going to do is put something in it while I am here working on this stuff. To see if I can potentially get some meat smoked before I make my next adventure. And I know it only holds 2, but I'm just clearing all the traps. Okay, so let's throw some of this bird meat on here. And start the fire. And I might just let it cook and see what happens. I don't know. I think it will burn it eventually, but I'm not 100% sure. And I don't think if it's raw when I set it on the grill, it affects it too much. I could be very wrong on that though. And all this yucca I'm just going to put right here because this is the only place I'm going to use it if I use it anyway. So I know I don't need any time in the near future. And if I do, there is a whole bunch on this island that I can use. And I do have a rotten piece of meat on me that I need to go get rid of. But that's fine. Just as before, anything that you don't consume can easily be used in your compost. And I might want to go and harvest all these trees before I continue cleaning out my the drop box, just in case it rains, all this stuff can get watered again and start its next cycle. And I probably need to upgrade my weapons. It probably would be a good idea, because the cleaver is extremely strong, especially when it comes to harvesting stuff like that. It's a lot less hits. Granted, I don't have to worry about the durability anymore, so that is a big help. But the cleaver is really, really strong. I mean, I might have to make a weapon rack just to put the weapons on it. We're just going to put these right there, because this is full. Okay, that is all good. And I'll dump these right there. And then let's go ahead and get all this stuff started. I'm not sure why that didn't collect no water when it rained last, but it might have been too close to the building. But it did not collect water, but that's okay. Let me see what some of this stuff costs to build. A weapon rack is large sticks and a rope. I do believe I have that. The question is do I want it inside or do I want it outside? Looks like we're going to go inside with it. And all those large sticks that I just had, they all can come in handy right now. So let's go ahead and get those in there, and then we need to go grab one more. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so the axe is not considered a weapon. Alright. Okay, so let's look and see what other weapons I can make. With my blueprints, I do believe I can make the cleaver. It's a bronze ignet, and a rope, and a small stick. And the seagull hatchet. So I definitely want to make both of them. So let's make the cleaver first, the rope, and an ignet. Let's go ahead and get that together. And a piece of rope. And then we have a cleaver. Alright, and then for this, the seagull hatchet, we need a beak, which I just so happen to have a whole bunch from floating around. We need a stone shard. So we'll go ahead and get that busted up. And then I think we need a feather, maybe? rope. Another piece of rope. Okay, there we go. Now we have that together. So let's go ahead and get that made. Okay, and that is going to be considered a tool. So that's considered the cleaver's a weapon, but the hatchet is a tool. All right. All right, so then let's go to do this. So let's build we got a weapon rack, so let's build a tool rack. And I am out of space. Okay, so back to needing large sticks. And let's go grab the rest of those ones that I had harvested a little bit ago. And then I think I had some more down here. And like I said, I don't mind using up a bunch of this stuff. I mean, that's why I built extras. And made it so that I could farm this stuff, was so that I had adequate supply of it for anything that I wish to build or do. And I think I just caught a bird as I walked by. Okay, so now I have all of my weapons weapons and tools are on where they need to be here. So I'm going to take the bow, I'm going to take the cleaver, and I want to take the I'm going to take the pickaxe, but what I want to do is I'm going to disassemble the pickaxe and reassemble it and put it in the bow. I think that is the best course of action, just to have it, just in case I need it. I don't think I need it, but just in case I do. Okay, so I have that there. So let's go drop this off in the boat. Oh wait, I got all kinds of stuff on the boat still to unload. I got sidetracked. Go back to unloading. And will you let me go farther forward? All I know is I bump the boat at times and it pushes itself farther out to sea every time if I bump it, like if I push against something on the boat, it can push it farther out to sea, so just trying to stop it from floating farther away. Oh, I didn't want to grab the rope. I do have a ton of cloth in here. Okay, so I want to leave the rope in there. Ah, grab the coconut. I didn't want the coconut. Coconut can stay in there. Alright, so let's get this back. Put this with the rest of the valuables. Okay, then I have a bunch of stuff that I need to get rid of here. So for my metal, that all goes over here. Metal scraps. Unit goes there. Plastics. Stack them all up over here. Had another piece of metal scrap on me I missed. Computer boards can go there. And then I have a ton of cloth. Nothing new with that. Can add that to the rest of the pile here. And the feather can go there. It's a little bit of organized chaos, but it works. It works. Like I said, the racks and stuff, they don't really help if you're having lag from having too much stuff going on at once. I am running a pretty strong PC, so I can get away with having a lot of things on screen, but it will start to catch up at some point. It's not indefinite. Okay, we are full again. Like I said, it's a lot of backpack trips, running back and forth. Alright, get the foam together here. All these springs, and all these springs are important, and all these screws are important. Actually, it's all important. Power cells. And then we still have a bottle. The bottle can go over here with the rest of the bottles, because I have not built a wine rack yet. And like I said, with the scarcity of some of the stuff that you have in the game, I'm kind of semi-scared to build some of the stuff because I'm just afraid I'm not going to have enough to finish the game. I know one other time I was playing and I got to the end of the game before I started recording my plays. I could not finish the game because I was short springs. So I don't know if I missed somewhere, something in the game somewhere or what. But I used one of the springs to do an extension on my utility belt. And in the course of doing that, I did not have enough to finish the game. So okay, so the bark can stay here. Oh, come on now. Stay over here. Okay, I have everything full again. My character is really thirsty. Been doing a lot of running back and forth, but now's a good time to get a drink since it is raining. Gives it a full chance to fill back up. And then here we are again with more supplies and stuff to add to the pile. That over there, and then add these to the spring pile. But it is nice having that smoker going, even though it's only smoking 2 pieces of meat at a time. It is really nice having it going because the fire from it does warm your character up as it is running. So if it's raining or something like it is right now, then your character is constantly warming back up. I do think I need a piece of plastic to make the vial or the container for the pesticide sprays. Let me look around here and see. Pesticide container. What was that under? Or do I not have it yet? That's a possibility too. No, right here. Glass and a plastic. Alright, so I have that. Another glass and a plastic. I do believe I need more than one. So 2 lavender, a seaweed, and a lemongrass. Alright, so let me go get that together. I did start growing lavender, didn't I? My owl plant didn't make it. And no, I did not. I think that was another one of those things that I lost when I left the other island, because I thought I had a bunch of lavender. In my box. Yeah, the box isn't the safest thing. You lose things. I'm really looking toward maybe going back to see if I can find some of the stuff that I lost. Or I need to collect it. See, if I would have known that, I would have grabbed the lavender on the island that I was just on. I thought, if I remember correctly, there was some lavender on that island. But now I am short, so I can't make what I need to make. Okay, well, then here's what we're going to do. I've already made the container, so I'm just going to set the container right there. And then I'm going to put the items back so that I know I have them. The glass is super hard to see. That stuff's still going to be a while. And I stayed up pretty much all night. So I am going to go take a nap. I'm going to get me 8 hours of sleep. That'll bring back my energy some. And it'll help me have enough to finish unloading all my goodies. But my sleep schedule is all messed up now, so okay, so that is just first getting halfway done. I guess I can go ahead and water this since I've already got it ready. And yeah, see the berries that I had, they were all coral berries, and those are all Hawaiians. Yeah, so there's a couple things that are on my to-get list that I have not got yet, so something I will have to take care of in the near future. Lavender, cocoa, and somehow my boat just did a complete 360 out here. Processors I need, the glass I need. Piece of gold I'll take back in. The rope can stay out here. Alright, let's move some stuff around and see if we got everything. Yep, I think I got everything. All this thing that's here is my extras. Go ahead and get this piece of meat over here cooking up because I am hungry. I probably need to go take down one of my banana trees. Probably wouldn't hurt. My nutrients are kind of getting on the low side when it comes to that. What did I do? Was the meat not cooked? Or rotten or something? I don't know, I did something there. But I need to drink water to make the parasite go away, so I better go get a drink of water. I could have swore I cooked the meat, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I pulled it too soon. Okay, so back to adding some more springs to the pile. Power cell, some more springs. Stacking the foam. And throw the glass there. And the processors, we will put the processors right here on the bench because they are small. And the gold bar can go right here with the rest of them. All right. So I think that is about the gist of bringing everything back from the little island. I definitely have a couple items on my to-do list to get. But I do think I kind of want to try to potentially get a shark. I wouldn't mind having some shark food, shark meat to eat. See if I can get out here by where this shark is at. Of course, you're going to swim away from me. And I got to be out here when it's raining, so it's super choppy. Well, my owl plant made it this time. Come on, where'd you go? I know you're out here, Mr. Shark. Where'd you go? Right there. Whoops. Well, at least it's right there. Alright, where'd he go now? He was over here, I think. I personally just wouldn't mind killing a shark just for the meat and the fin. If I can get a fin out of it, but I don't see where he went. There is a shark running around over here with some arrows in it. That, and I'd like to get my arrows back. So I am not sure where he's hiding. And I am not seeing his fin anywhere. Probably wasn't the best time to come out here to try to get one. Guess I can try this tactic. Mr. Shark? Okay, that kind of hurt. But I know where he's at. Now it's a matter of him surfacing. Or I got to go back. Which I have these, so I can heal myself. Shoot an arrow into the ground? Maybe. But I killed my shark, so let's get back on my raft. See if I can see where he's at. Right there. Alright, so I'm going to spin the boat around. Maybe. And hopefully I can find him here again. I think I see him over there. Yep, there he is. So we're just going to try to sail on up to him and hopefully get all our stuff back. I think he went underneath me. Here we go. Okay, I think I got everything. Take another quick peek. I believe everything has been gotten. Oh, I think I see an arrow out there. And I got another shark right on my tail. Okay, that's enough for me. I can make more arrows. Alright, there we go. Let's get back in here. And this bird meat's almost smoked. It's taking some time. But we got some good grub. See how much that fills me up. It did a pretty good job. It did a really good job. Now I got these 2 pieces left, so I don't know if I should hold off on them and wait until I can get them in the smoker or not. But I do think that is where we're gonna wrap it up for today. On this episode anyway, I did explore the island of islands, and I did kill a shark. So we're gonna save it. And I think that is where we're gonna call it a wrap for the day. Again, I want to thank everybody that has been with me. I do appreciate all the support, the likes, subscriptions. Feel free to check out some of my other content. And I will be back with you before long with another episode of some Project Castaway. Thanks again, and we'll see you again soon.